Hi, my name is Nada St. Germain, and I was introduced to Neolife over 27 years ago. At that point in my life, I was in my early 20s, not looking for a business opportunity. I was working as a police officer downtown Toronto, and I was experiencing just, I guess, the normal issues that women experience with fatigue and PMS. And I also started to develop some allergies where I was using antihistamines pretty much year round, some joint trouble in my knees. I played a lot of volleyball and basketball growing up, and it really did a lot of wear and tear on my joints. And back then, as a police officer, we were actually riding motorcycles in the wintertime, and my knees, the arthritis got really, really bad to a point where I had to stop all high impact sports. So I just started speed walking. So here I was in my 20s, and I was, kind of struggling. And I was watching my mom, who was in her 40s at the time, struggling with aches and pains and fibromyalgia and her allergies, and kind of like the same things I was experiencing, only an accelerated form. But she was taking supplements, and they did not help her health. So I did not believe in supplements. Also, when I was introduced to Neolife, I was really nervous and skeptical because back then, multi-level marketing or the whole direct selling industry was not very well respected. But I decided to try the products because my neighbor and a dear friend got great results. I watched her take the products. She was struggling with fatigue and depression, and it really turned her health around. And I just decided to have somebody come to my home, do a presentation, introduce the products to my family and my friends, and that's it. And literally, I told the gentleman, do not pitch the business. Started using the products, my family, my mom, my sisters, my aunt, some friends that I knew that were struggling with some health issues. Everyone got results, and I got really excited about sharing. Still not picturing myself building a business, but the business just naturally happened. I got really excited. I learned more about tax savings. I just continued to share. And as my business started to grow very part-time, I realized more and more that I didn't want to be a police officer for the rest of my life. I wanted time freedom, I wanted to stay home and start a family. And I knew that this job was not something that I would want to do for the rest of my life. So I did build my business part-time, and after 6 years of part-time business building, working full-time, I was able to leave my job. So at age 30 to start my family. And a couple of years after that, my husband was able to leave his job as well as a police officer after 15 years of policing to be a stay-at-home dad. So we were very fortunate. He was able to take the paternity leave, the first police officer to take a leave. And yeah, so he's grew up, raising our children from home. One thing that this business has given us is the time freedom. I never missed a sporting event. I'm very much involved in my kids' lives. And now that my kids are older, grown, and independent, I'm very grateful that I have time. I go to the gym every day, and that's something that's always been a passion of mine, is to stay in shape. I feel younger now in my 50s than I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. No longer have any joint trouble, knee trouble. I work out quite a bit, and I even started snowboarding about 7 years ago. I never thought I'd be able to put that much wear and tear on my joints. But what the future holds for me is I'm very passionate now about helping others achieve their goals and their dreams, and reaching that experience of time freedom and working from home and being successful, building their Neolife business on their own terms. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm grateful that I'm able to now help others build something for their future as well. Thank you.